Hey guys, welcome back to Sweet Talks with Sylvi. I do not know how this video looks or what I am looking at because I'm trying to record on my computer so it'll be easier for editing. So yeah, we gonna see how this look. I hope I don't look like I'm looking everywhere but at the camera. So I told you guys that I would make a video about how I overcame my depression and how I am constantly dealing with my anxiety. That has not went away, so yeah. This video is delayed because of certain things that have happened in my life over the last few weeks, months, all that, honestly. But at the time that I was going to record the video, some major things happened. So first I'm going to tell you all about how I got diagnosed with depression and anxiety. When did I find it? I was a sophomore in high school. And I finally got the courage to ask to go to therapy. Backstory. So, if you knew me then, or even if you know me now, that's crazy because pillow's right there. You knew how close you know how close I was with my grandmother, my maternal grandmother, and like that was my dog, like it's my girl. So my grandma was diagnosed with pulmonary hypertension. I don't know how old I was, but anyways, after that, like I was with her before then, but like after that, like I looked at myself as her caregiver. I didn't care how old I was. Like I wanted to go to all the doctor's appointments. I wanted to listen to everything they had to say so I could be there to help. And that is exactly what I did. Like all the time. That was my go-to. Like that was my job. Like school, go see my grandma. So my freshman year of high school, March 28th exactly, my grandmother passed away. And honestly at the time, like I didn't believe it. I'm not gonna it didn't register in my mind. It didn't become reality until we were on our way to the funeral, and it like, wow, this is real. But even after that, like I had suppressed my emotions for so long that I didn't know how to deal with any of them. Like I was just here going, like I had a routine set out for my life. I was just doing what I thought I was supposed to be doing and wishing that, you know, I would be okay. But honestly, it didn't work out that well. So second semester of my sophomore year of high school, some more of my family members passed away around the same time that my grandmother had passed away. And it definitely triggered something. And I felt like I was losing my mind. And a few of my friends, like, see, I'm trying to look at the camera and fix stuff, it's not working. But a few of my friends that I went to school with were like going to therapy, like this little, I guess it was like licensed therapy through the school, but it was like an outside office, I guess. But they suggested that I go, so I started going. And I'm not gonna lie, I love my counselor. Like that was my girl. So she suggested that I go to the psychiatrist that was like over them. So I went to him. He diagnosed me and gave me antidepressants. My experience with those pills was horrible. The first ones I was on, I think, was it Wellbutrin? I think, yeah, that was the first one. And I hated the way it made me feel. I would constantly have like crying spells. Like nothing would be going on. I would just be crying. I was extremely numb, and I was like I was already numb in a way, but it just made me feel nothing. Like I literally felt like I was just waking up and I didn't know what I was doing for the rest of the day. Like I was just going through motions. So he changed me to something else, and I didn't like that either. But I also didn't want to become in a way, like dependent upon medicine to make me feel better. I have never been a fan of medicine, like for that type of stuff. So yeah, I stopped taking them. Like I took myself off the medicine, and I went. Was continuing to go to therapy, but I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I didn't like my therapist or my psychiatrist, whatever you want to call him. I didn't like him because of the simple fact that the same fake. I don't know the word. The same show I was giving to everybody else to make it seem like I was okay, I was also giving to him, and he believed it. And I'm like, it would be some days like I would say certain stuff or do certain stuff like just to see if he would react differently, and it wasn't. It was literally like oh, okay, well, my sessions were supposed to be hour long. I would be in there for 5 minutes. He would ask me how school was going. Now, of course, I'm a straight A student. Like, yes, to you, like, that looks fine. So, it would be about school. How's my medicine? I wasn't taking the medicine, so I was lying. And I think the other question would be like, how's my mom or something? And I'm like, bro, what? So it never, like, even when I tried to like disclose information to him about things that were bothering me, I didn't feel like I was being helped. Like, not even the slightest. Like, we weren't getting anywhere. So when I got to college, my freshman year, second semester of my freshman year of college, I called him the day that I was supposed to go to the appointment and told him I wasn't coming no more because I just couldn't take it. So now keep in mind, at this point, my depression is still not, I don't know what to say, not handled. So I'm still having moments where I don't want to talk to people. I don't want to be around people. Like, I'm crying. I'm upset. Like, honestly, I looked at the list, like, of, so I'm a psych major now. So, like, I was looking at the list of, like, stuff that, you know, the symptoms of depression. And, like, I literally was, I had everyone, and I wasn't getting help. So I feel like I was losing my mind. So at that point, I took it upon myself to get myself together for me. So, yeah. It was a choice that I made. So from that point forward, I just constantly, when I felt myself getting down, I would like think of good things, like good memories that I had with my grandmother, or like good things that were going on in my life. I tried to keep as much negativity out of my life as possible. I distanced myself from a lot of people because I realized that those people were draining the life out of me. Not to say like I didn't like being their friend, I didn't like being around them, but sometimes you just have to set boundaries and you have to put yourself first. So that's what I had to do. And I started writing. I don't write anymore. Maybe I should start. But I started writing. Like, I would write all the time. I talk to myself a lot. I feel like I'm talking to myself now. But yeah, I talk to myself a lot. I don't go to church that often, but I do read the Bible. I pray. I meditate. All that good stuff. I don't go to church because I haven't found like a church that I feel is for me yet. So that's gonna be something that I start working on. But let's see. Yeah, I just started like motivating myself, trying to get myself up. I surrounded myself with different types of people, and let me tell y'all, as much as my college family gets on my nerves, I love them with everything in me because no matter how much I try to avoid them, no matter how many times I have tried to cut them off and push them away, they do not let me. And I am so thankful because, yeah, that's my family. And I love them. And they care about me. Yeah. So, dealing with my anxiety. This is a current thing, but before I get into how I'm dealing with it, I'm going to talk about the things that have happened in my life over the last 4 months. I think that's right, because I'm not going to include the summer. Well, recap of the summertime from May until the beginning of August. I also lost a nice number of family members. Y'all, like, that took a big toll on me, but I also kept remembering, like, how I was brought up, things that I learned about losing people. Just constantly trying to remind myself that this is all God's plan and it's so much bigger, and we all aren't going to be here forever. So we just have to cherish the moments that we have with each other and keep pushing. So the last few weeks, okay. I'm gonna go one by one. August, um, uh, the biggest things that happened that month was me almost losing my best friend. That took a, yeah, still adjusting to the fact that it almost happened, even though, I still have them around. Um, Something happened that triggered something that happened in my past, and I had to like move past it because it's like you dealt with this already. You cannot allow yourself to go back and feel everything that you feel already. You have to keep going. You have to keep pushing, because at the end of the day, everything happens for a reason. So that was like, I would have moments where I would get sad about that sometimes. Um, I feel like in September was when my classes got serious and I was having work and tests back to back, and I started freaking out and I just didn't know what to do, and I was so overwhelmed. I take 4 psych classes. I don't know why I did that. I only had one elective and it was online. I thought it was gonna be easy, but she also did too much. So I was like, wow, all of my classes have the same amount of workload right now and I'm just stressed. Um October, I didn't really get that interested till the end. So yeah. This is so interesting. I don't know. I'm trying to keep smiling. If any of you follow me for real, like look at my social media, you seen that I had a healing hour event for the end of October, which was Depression Awareness Month. So during healing hour, we talked about stuff, gave tips about how to deal with things, and had a little art session, like to release stuff. Cause coloring is so fun. Like y'all should try it. Definitely try that. Like when you're feeling anxious or like overwhelmed, just sit down and color something and just let your mind like relax. So yeah, we had the event. I gave my little spill of advice. That night, I talked to my best friend about something that had really, really bothered me, that had happened like before then, but I had never talked to nobody about it. So I talked to them about it, made myself feel better, thought I was getting somewhere, like I'm progressing. And the next morning, I found out that my paternal grandmother passed away, and that is why I didn't make this video, because I was dealing with that, and it was a lot, like, of emotions, because when I was in 9th grade and my grandma passed, even this might sound, I don't know, selfish in a way, but sometimes I would just keep thinking, like, you know how you try to compare yourself to other people sometimes, like, to make yourself feel better. I would keep thinking and reminding myself, like, some people don't have any of their grandparents, so like I need to be grateful for the fact that I still have living grandparents. So yeah, when that happened, I was like, wow, like now I don't have any grandmothers that are living, and what am I supposed to do? Not to say like I don't have any other family members, but I don't know, grandmas are just different, y'all. Like, yeah. And I also like felt like I was reliving every emotion, every moment that I had already dealt with previously. So it was just a lot. And yeah. I scared myself, honestly, because I didn't know how I was going to deal with it. And the way that I did deal with it at the moment was very unhealthy. But it's okay because we got past it. Okay. The following week, I'm not going to say exactly what happened, but if you know, you know. And that also took a big toll on me just because it affected. It's so hard to deal with things when you don't want to deal with them, or when they're like out of nowhere or like scary and surprising. It's just a lot to take in. And also November 19th is my maternal grandmother's birthday. So usually around the time when her birthday is coming up, I want to say these are like, I don't think it's a delusion because I don't go into, I don't know, I'm gonna diagnose myself a lot of time, but I have these moments where I find myself thinking of like what we're going to do for her birthday and how we're going to do this and that, and then I have moments where it's like I can't do none of that because she's gone. So that was also an interesting day. But I am really appreciative of everybody who like texted me, checked on me, like spent time with me, all that, because I didn't need to be by myself. And that's another thing. I had to stop being alone when I needed people, because I was scaring myself. Like I didn't know. You know how sometimes your thoughts and your feelings can overwhelm you so much, like you're scaring yourself because you don't know like how you're going to react. So that's really what it was. And yeah, ways that I deal with my anxiety. If you've seen the post that I made, I want to say a week or so ago, that's really it. So I'm just going to read the reminders that I give myself every day, multiple times in a day, like all the time. So the first one says, there's not anything that you cannot get through. God built you and you are stronger than you can even imagine. The second one says, you cannot give up. Your life is bigger than just you. Somebody is watching and admiring you for everything that you do. So with that, I literally always think of my mom, my niece, and my nephew, because my mom is older than me. I mean, she's my mom. But just to know that, she tells me that I inspire her, and that sometimes when I say certain things or do certain things, like, she admires it. And just knowing that I have a niece and nephew that are looking up to me, because they literally will do everything that I do. So yeah. The third one says, prayer is not a sign of weakness but of strength. God wants you to speak to him. He wants to spend time with you. Seek answers from him. So this is just like, this helps me to remember that I cannot deal with stuff by myself. Like, there is a higher power that I should always go to, even if I don't feel like I can go to any human on the earth. The fourth one says, there is a lighthouse at the end of every storm. This is not the end. You must keep going. If you came to my event, then I also talked about this. Basically, everything happens for a reason. There's a purpose to every situation in your life. And although you might not see that purpose at the time, you'll see it eventually, and you'll be so happy that, you stuck through it, you got through it. The fifth one says, you've been through so much and you've gotten through it each time. You will get through it this time as well. This just helps me to remember that I've been in similar situations. I've been in worse situations. I've dealt with other things and I'm still here. I got past them. So in a few years, I'm going to be able to say I got through this too. The sixth one says, you are not alone. Allow people to check on you. Don't go ghost. They care about you and they want to make sure you're okay. This is to help me text people back, answer phone calls, and let people be there for me. Because when I get in my moods, I ignore everybody. Everybody. The seventh one says, one day you will look back and realize how much your current situation has molded you into the person you've become. Definitely. I wouldn't be as strong as I am I wouldn't be able to talk about this honestly if none of the stuff in my past had happened. Like, I would still be the same quiet little girl that was letting people take advantage of her. And yeah, now I do better. The next one says, your family, your friends, your entire support system loves you and supports you. Remember that. So yeah, this is something that I tell myself like all throughout the day, because sometimes there are moments where life just gets hard and I'm like, like, when is this gonna be over? Like, I need to get to the point where I don't have to worry about this stuff no more. But I have to remember that there are people supporting me, regardless of if I don't feel like it or not. The next one says, you cannot allow what you're going through to stop you from living life. Get up and carry on. You'll be thankful that you did in the long run. This helps me get out of bed when I don't want to, because there have been days where I'm like, I just don't feel like it. I'm just gonna stay in my bed. I'm just gonna sleep all day. But life don't stop because you're going through something, and that's just the truth. Like, nothing stops because you're going through life. Everybody is going through life. So regardless, you gotta get up, you gotta keep going, because if not, you're gonna allow yourself to soak in your sadness, and you're not ever gonna get anywhere like that. Like, you have to get up and keep pushing. And the last one says, allow yourself to feel human. No, that's not what they say. We're gonna reread that one. Allow yourself to feel. You're human. What you're feeling is not abnormal. Don't be so hard on yourself. And yeah, I tell myself that all the time too, because I think my standards for myself are beyond the sky when they don't have to be. Like, I'm like, dang, I made a 99.5. That ain't good. Like, I beat myself up over these smallest things. Like, so yeah, like, I had to realize I'm going to make mistakes. I'm not going to always be perfect. Everybody's not going to always be happy with me, and that is okay. As long as I am happy with me and I can accept myself for who I am and what I'm doing, then everything will be fine. So yeah, those are ways that I deal with my anxiety on a day-to-day basis. I also read books, play games, watch movies, watch shows, all that good stuff. So thanks for watching. I hope you guys can gain something from this video. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to hit my line. You know, that hotline link. Yeah, thanks for watching.